Today we're going to move the whole body, but we're going to focus a little bit more on the hips and core. So meet me lying on your back whenever you're ready, please. Starting lying in the center of your mat, bending the knees, bringing the heels in towards the seat. We'll take the right leg, put the right ankle on top of the left thigh, coming into a reclined pigeon shape. Flexing the right foot, start to draw both your legs towards you. Hands, the right one might reach in between your legs, left one outside. You can clasp the fingers behind your left thigh. And then let's go ahead and take some ankle rolls with both feet. So whichever direction, just kind of happen naturally, go that way. And then reverse that, opposite. Awesome. You can keep moving your ankles if you want to, or you might focus on pressing your right elbow into your right inner thigh, flexing the feet a lot, getting a bit of a stretch on your outer hip. Take another deep breath here. Slowly start to soften everything. Release the hands, release the feet. Coming to the other side, left ankle on top of right thigh this time. Flex the foot, start to draw the legs towards you. Left hand goes inside the legs, right hand goes outside of the right leg. Fingers might clasp. And let's take some ankle circles again. So whatever feels good, whatever comes natural, just move your feet, pay attention to your feet, not something we're always doing. And then opposite direction. Awesome. Maybe pausing, maybe continuing, or pressing your left elbow into your left inner thigh. Finding just a little bit more intensity in that stretch. One more breath here. All right, start to soften, release, legs down. Keep your knees bent and bring your knees into a 90-degree position. So knees are on top of your hips, not too far in and not too far out. So too far out, your back is arching. Too far in, you're not working hard enough. We want to keep the lower back on the ground if possible. So kind of tucking the tailbone under a little bit, belly button to the spine. Legs are at 90 degrees here. Your shoulders can stay on the ground and you can push your hands into your thighs, or for more intensity, lift the shoulder blades up off the ground. And no matter what, press into your thighs, press your thighs back into your hands. Let's just hold. Feel it light up right away. I'm shaking. Maybe you are too. Continue to breathe for 10, 9, press harder, 8, 7, 6, give it all you got, 4, 3, 2, 1, release everything. Extend your arms, legs, take a deep inhale. And exhale, draw the knees into the chest, rock yourself forwards and backwards enough to come into Navasana or boat pose. Balancing on the hips, hand behind the thighs. And then take your hands down to the ground, a little bit behind you. What we're going to do is we're going to extend the legs and let our body kind of lower, and then draw them back into the chest. Extend and lower. Back into the chest. If you want more intensity, remove your arms from the ground and we'll go for lowering and rising. Lower, rise, once more, lower, rise, cross one shin over the other, and then come into a tabletop position. Let's take some cat and cow movements. Inhale, open your heart, draw your shoulder blades together, let your belly drop and look up. Exhale. Draw the belly button in, round the spine, look towards your navel, chin to chest. Inhale, open up. Exhale, to round. Come back to neutral. Flip your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs a couple of times. Maybe you get really wiggly with it. And then look forwards, come to the top of the mat, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Press down through the feet, rise up, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, keep moving, fold all the way forwards. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to a high plank. Knees can stay lifted or they can drop down to the ground. We lower, keeping the elbows in for 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Take your hands wider than the mat, fingertips down, palms lifted. 3, oscillating cobras. Inhale, roll the shoulders up by the ears, down the back. Peel your heart up. Exhale, lower down. Be even more dramatic with the next 2. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Make it feel good. Activate through your back body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. We'll do one more for good luck. Inhale, lift up. Maybe stay at the top. You can look over one shoulder and then the other. Slowly lower down. Take your hands under your shoulders. Flip your toes under. Your knees can stay down or they can rise with you as you press back to a high plank. Nice and strong. And then hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take your feet in a little closer and a little bit wider. It's like a short, wide down dog. Left hand stays planted. Right hand comes to the outside of your left shin or ankle or whatever you can grab here, and look under your left arm and keep pressing down through your left arm, letting your upper back twist and your hips stay relatively squared, but they probably won't be all the way. Slowly release that. Right hand comes down. Left hand reaches for the outside of the right ankle. Look up under your right arm. Allow your upper back to twist, but continue to find length. Release the left hand down. Look forwards. Find your way to the top of the mat. Fold all the way. Press down through the feet. Reach your arms up. This time, just release the arms down by the side. Awesome. Take your right hand to your waist. Left knee bends and rises up. Take your left hand to your left knee and take some circles with your left ankle. And then now gently guide your knee around with your left hand, but really it's the hip doing all the work. Your left hand is just kind of there to go along for the ride. Maybe you wobble. Awesome. From here, flex your left foot, finding a standing version of that pigeon stretch. Left ankle on top of right thigh. Sink the hips back. Maybe palms at heart center. Maybe you have blocks under your hands. Whatever you want to do here, flex the foot. Lengthen through the spine. 2 more deep breaths. Start to stand up. Bring your left knee into the chest. Big circle with the leg. Let your hip open. Bend your right knee as you step back to a warrior 2. Back of the left foot aligned with the back of your mat. Right knee stacked over your right ankle. Adjust your feet if it's not happening. Inhale, rise up, straighten everything, reach your arms up. Exhale, sink back down into that warrior 2. Once more, inhale up. Exhale, come down, hold for 3, 2, 1. Start to rise up. You're gonna flip your right toes forward, start to bend into your left knee. The left heel is gonna come in a little bit too. We're gonna squat towards the left side, Skandasana. Hands can stay at heart center, or maybe you take your fingertips down to the ground, or there's a block in front of you. Press down through the heel, lift or reach your hips back. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press into your left foot, rise up. Both legs are straight, toes face towards the long edge of your mat this time. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold all the way forwards. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk your hands between your legs. Let your head come down towards the ground. Rocking the weight a little bit forwards into the balls of the feet. Super strong legs. Start to walk the hands back out below the shoulders. And then bring the hands to the waist. Strong core, tuck the tailbone a little bit, press into the feet, rise up. Flip your heels in, have your toes out. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, keep your tailbone tucked like you're sliding down a wall. Bend your knees and elbows, come into goddess pose. And then press into the heels and stand back up. Continue to slide up and down that wall. 2 more times, slide down as low as you can go. Press into the heels, come up. Feel your outer hips working. Last one, come down. Stay here this time. Lift your heels if you want, trying to keep your lower body where it is. Awesome. Lower the heels. Start to rise up. Warrior two to the right side. Just as a transition, as we spring ourselves forwards, maybe your left knee comes out and around and down, standing at the top of your mat. Awesome. I'm just going to turn sides of the mat. You stay there. Left hand on the waist, right knee up and in. Find your knee. Hand gently on the knee, guiding the knee, but it's really just along for the ride. Use your hip to make really big circles here. Awesome. Now flex your right foot. Ankle on top of the left thigh. Start to sink down into this standing pigeon or figure four stretch. Maybe palms together at heart center. Maybe they are down on blocks or wherever it feels right for you. Hold and breathe. All right, start to rise up. Bring your knee into the chest. Swing that knee out to the side. Open the hip. Bend into your left knee. Step back. Warrior two. Adjust your stance. And then inhale. Both arms up. Exhale. Sink back into warrior two. Maybe a little lower. Inhale. Both arms up. Exhale. Sink and hold for 3, 2, 1. Straighten your left leg a bit. Let the toes flip in. Let your right heel swing in a little bit. Bend into your right knee. Sink down. Palms can be up here. Hands can be down here. Pulling the hips back. Wherever you are, just be there and breathe. Awesome. Last breath. Press into the feet. Both legs are straight. Rise up. Flip your toes in a little bit. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, take your hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, open through your heart, squeezing the shoulder blades. Look up. Exhale, fold forwards. Let your arms come up overhead and fold all the way. Again, rocking the weight a little bit more forwards into the balls of the feet. Really active legs. Pressing into the feet so the top of your head could get a little closer to the ground. Slowly start to rise up, strong core. Reach your arms up overhead. Back to warrior two, left side. Just as a transition, start to shift your weight, draw your right knee out, around and in, standing at the top of the mat. Awesome. From here, you can stay where you are. I'm just going to come to the center. Let's take a really active tree pose. So maybe palms together at heart center so you don't use your arms. Right knee into the chest. Same thing we've already done. Knee out to the side, super active hip. Take your right foot, put it where it lands. Mine landed on my knee. Don't want it on the knee. We want it above or below, but we just wanted to find out where our range of motion was as I fall. It's part of it. Take your hand, put your foot where it belongs. Stand tall. Don't let your left hip pop out to the side. Pull it back in. Pull your belly button in to activate that long central line of energy. And press your foot and your thigh into one another to continue to open through the left hip. Maybe reach your arms up. Hold 3, 2, 1. Palms back together if you lifted your arms up. Remove your foot from the leg using your hip strength. Take the knee back in front. Lower down. Shake out whatever feels like it's burning. All right, palms together. Bend your left knee. Draw it up and in. Take the hip. Open. Left foot wherever it lands. Just adjust from here. Left hand maybe comes to the ankle or whatever you can grab to move it up if that's right, or down. Stand tall. Draw the right hip in. Maybe reach your arms up if you like. Strong core, strong central line of energy. 3, 2, 1. Palms back together. Remove the foot from your leg. Take the knee out in front. Lower it down. Awesome. Inhale, just reach your arms up overhead. Exhale to fold forwards. Bend one knee and then the other. Wiggle it out a little bit. And then press into the feet, rise back up. Reach your arms up overhead. And bring your palms together at heart center. Close your eyes. Standing tall, feeling centered and grounded. Deep inhale in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Thank you for moving and breathing and spending time in the present moment, focusing on awareness. Have an awesome rest of the day wherever it takes you next.